Alright, here's a recap of Kamen Geats episode 1 where the players fight for one wish. So it starts with a guy named Keiwa at a job interview, and the man asks him what his inspirations are. And Keiwa says that he wishes for world peace, and the man says that that is an unrealistic thing in this world. We cut to a game that's near ending, 6 months in, and there's only 3 players left. Keiwa calls up his sister, more than likely bombing the interview, and she invites him out to lunch, probably to cheer him up. Here we see Keiwa asking his sister what she's watching, which is actually an introduction to another character, Neon, and she's constantly being guarded by her 2 bodyguards. Then all hell breaks loose when a red energy wall cuts in between the 2. The Yamato enter, killing the chef instantly, Keiwa's sister worried for him as he has to run for his life. It's absolute chaos as the Yamato is slaughtering everybody that they see. So the players gear up to go down and face the Yamato, except for the last one. Neon's bodyguards tell her to escape. There she meets up with Keiwa and they get ambushed. Then they get saved by a polar bear rider. I just gotta point out that this is a very unique helmet. Then a purple rider bashes through the wall and takes care of the rest of them. So the first 2 riders that we actually run into is Buffa, and I don't think they give him a name. The last player sits patiently, very sure of himself. Then he summons his bike and drives right off the stage. Damn, that's cool. The polar bear D-suits too. Just for right now, I'm going to call him Firefighter. You'll see why in a quick second. Buffa also D-suits when the final boss is just right there. He's really freaking big. I don't know how they missed him. And final boss he is, killing polar bear off with just 1 swipe. Buffa seems really unfazed by this because, it's a contest, so he just sees it as 1 player out for the count. But Keiwa calls him out for being heartless, which is good character development. So the final boss starts going crazy, wreaking havoc, cutting a laser right through the building, having both of them fall, only for Neon to be saved by the last player. We're introduced to Geats, and the first thing he does is hits on Neon, which is actually rare to see in a Toku character actually. Keiwa understandably breaks down to all this, saying what's the point of it. Then Geats is like, nah, everything is cool as he faces off an army of Yamato. Here we see Geats in his magnum form. See, there's a couple of things I like about this fight. It shows that Geats has been doing this for a really long time as he professionally just swaves and weaves all the enemy's attacks. There's just a finesse to how he fights and how he easily dispatches them. So Geats starts shooting at the big boss and realizes it's not working. Just want to point out, this is a cool shot. So seeing that his bullets have no effect, he decides to bring out his boost buckle, which is his ace in the hole. So he goes into his boost form and literally flies into the monster's mouth. Buffa understandably having a what the fuck moment. So the big boss comes crashing down because Geats is literally ripping him apart from the inside. Then he pops out and shows us the gimmick for the season, which is the revolve effect, which the top part could become the bottom and vice versa. So Geats flies up and finishes off the main boss, following the rule 101 of you never look at explosions. And boost is apparently a one-time item where it literally just freaking flies off of you right after you're done with it. Geats tells Keiwa to embrace the new world that's about to happen as everything starts to reform and go back to the way it was. Keiwa wakes up just thinking it was a bad dream. We even see the chef from earlier completely revived. Keiwa then meets a mysterious woman who hands him a box, which he's been handing to people all over Japan starting the new game, even to Neon. As a new game approaches, Geats sits in his spoils at the new world he just created. And that wraps up Geats episode 1.